going to be one of those pretty rocky days that we're going to have to just play it by ear because we've got a couple of rounds of storms possible. First one is already moving into northwestern parts of the state. So that's where I want to start with live Doppler 13 radar. Now, this is all being initiated and triggered, if you will, as a boundary moves through the state. And I anticipate this to kind of fall apart here as it works its way across the northern tier of the state. But in the meantime, it is certainly packing a punch with frequent lightning as well as some very heavy rainfall. This has not been severe. It does not have a history of being severe, but again, I want you to be prepared for the potential because if you're over in West Lebanon right now, it probably sounds like there's some very rocky weather outside of your window right now, and you'd be absolutely correct, but just know it is below the severe threshold. Right now, we've got some heavy rainfall that's inching its way toward Attica right now. Lots of lightning there reported within that storm cluster. And as we put this into motion over the past hour, noticing the general direction of this, forming really a line of rain and some thunderstorms here from Rensselaer. That's crossing over now to Tippecanoe County. We've had some spotty showers just to the north of Lafayette as that line tracks off to the east this morning. So that's what's out there for now. We are dry here in the metro, but it's going to be an active day. The Storm Prediction Center actually expanded this level 2 zone, which is where this yellow is located for most of the state, central and southern parts of the state especially. So here's what's going to happen today. We've got this boundary that's lifting through. It's pushing this initial wave through right now, but then check out what's going on back near St. Louis. That's just another round of storms that's going to be making its way in our direction today. So the Motor Speedway folks are doing a good job of keeping an eye on what the evolving forecast looks like. So they've upped the time. 11 a.m. is going to be that start time for qualifications today. And I'm not going to rule out that potential that we'll start to see some storms in the area, especially as we get into the early afternoon. We're going to get as much in as possible early on in the day today. And I also know there's a lot of folks who are running that marathon up near Geist this morning. So that's going to be a big outdoor event that we'll want to pay close attention to as far as the forecast goes. And I think anything out there early this morning, especially south of where that storm activity is in northwest Indiana, so the metro and south, going to be in pretty decent shape. It's as we get into the latter part of our day here, so it looks pretty dry as we go through around the noon hour, and as temperatures recover back into the low 80s, going to set the scene for this wave of storms to come in. Watch this. It's already going to be tracking toward Terre Haute by about noon today. Anytime afternoon, that's when that line comes together. That's when we're looking at the potential of some severe storms as well. So we're thinking right here around 2 p.m. that's going to be moving dangerously close to the Motor Speedway and to the downtown area. So this is when we want you to be prepared for that potential of severe weather. And even if it stays below that severe threshold, the potential of lightning is there within any thunderstorm. And that's enough to cancel those plans and perhaps make those plan B. So this is 2 o'clock today. This will track through the metro, bringing that threat of some damaging wind gusts as well as some hail tracking through 2 p.m. We're going to pause here again by 3:30 as this moves into the eastern side of the state, and then eventually will come to an end. Then we see a little bit of a lull after that moves out between about 4 and say 6 p.m. But then we're not quite done just yet. Here's a secondary storm cluster that's going to track through the state around 9 p.m. At this point, I really think the atmosphere is going to be worked over a little bit as far as having enough energy to promote another round of severe weather. But we're not going to take it off the table just yet. That's through 9 o'clock tonight, and that will eventually move out as we get into the late evening, and our rain chances will continue to dwindle as the night plays on. So your forecast for today, it certainly is going to stay stormy as we look ahead at this afternoon. Temperatures in the low 80s, and then that cold front's going to come through. Once that rain moves out, we've got some lingering clouds tomorrow morning, but some much cooler air. 67 tomorrow afternoon, sunny and mild, 68 on Monday, with our next chance of storms late Tuesday, Wednesday, and into next Thursday, guys.
All right, thanks, Lindsay.